Places.
Hi, I'm Jen.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're the Golden Broads of the Bay.
Welcome to our very first blog in our Repeat Attender series. So the Repeat Attender series is for shows that both Jen and I have attended on multiple occasions.
Over and over and over and over.
And there are a few of those. But the very first one goes to a very special show, Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yes, it is absolutely one of, hands down, our most favorite shows that we've seen. So much so that we're going to do an entire video just showing you where we've seen it, when we've seen it.
We're going to break it down to you, let you know where and when we saw.
Exactly.
So
no time like the present, so let's get
started.
So,
all right. So, number one, it was back in January of 2016. Takes us to the Richard Rodgers in New York. And this was with the original Broadway cast.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough to be able to see it before it took off.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
This was pre-Tony madness and all of that. And so the reason we were in New York City in the first place was because we were there for Broadway Con. Shout out to SHN for letting us know about Broadway Con for the first annual. And we were in New York City, and so we were booking shows, and you know the tickets were expensive at that time, but they were not nearly as expensive as they currently are or have become.
Correct.
So Jen and I splurged, and we used our holiday bonus, and we bought ourselves tickets.
We sure did.
Yeah.
And we saw them for the Thursday night, and we lucked out because that was
Storm Jonas
weekend.
And the show actually did not go on Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday.
But we saw it on the Thursday night, and the day after we went to Broadway Con, and we happened to be, of course, up in the front,
up close for the Hamilton panel that took place at
first ever Hamilton panel.
Yeah, at the first ever Broadway Con. Yeah, and so we sat pretty close, and because of that, we have some pretty cool footage.
Yes, we sure.
Yeah.
What?
Every day at Broadway Con is a blessing. Thank God for Pippa and Shock's beatboxing lessons. What is going on? Some of y'all been here since the break of dawn for Broadway.com. You've been rapping / acting. I've been seeing the Instagram Hamilton reenactments. All day I've been praying I'ma see a little Eliza Skylar cosplaying. But here we go, it's the rap. Yeah, she brings it up, and later I'ma give you some dap. But yeah, we got a hip hop, cause that's you and me. And when you type it on the teleprompter, don't drop a P.
So number two was in September of 2016. This was Jen, myself, and our good friend Nicole, who lives in DC. And this was back at the Richard Rodgers in New York. And our Hamilton was Javier Munoz, affectionately known as Havilton, or the
Sexy Ham.
Sexy Ham. So this was a spur of the moment trip.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Sarah.
So I found these tickets. They were obstructed view, right? And I just bought them, 3 tickets. Told my girls, let's do this. I said, Jen, we're going to New York. Nicole, meet us there. And we sat pretty close. It was like third or fourth row, all the way to the right. They were obstructed view again, but very well worth it.
Right.
And that was number 2.
It was.
Yeah,
that was what you're not telling them is that we did get an opportunity to go backstage.
Yeah.
As you always say, just, you have to be good, be open and optimistic.
Yeah.
And
put out that
those
good vibes, that love and light, and really ultimately not expect anything in return.
Absolutely, that's key.
And then these magical moments happen, and we were invited backstage after the show. And Lin-Manuel Miranda was there, and we were standing on the same stage on the turntable, and it was something we'll never forget. Never forget.
So
There's my golden girls, just chilling. Oh, there's just Lin-Manuel right there, just chilling. No big deal. There's the ghost flag. Oh my God.
Yeah. But you'll be proud because your girls kept our cool.
We sure
We
did.
did not freak out until we headed back to the hotel and we shut that door and we squealed. We
Like little
cried. We laughed. I mean, we hugged. It was
So-
just, it was one of those things, one of those nights we'll never forget.
Number three.
Number three. That was in March of 2017. And that was Jen and I, and we were lucky enough to attend the final dress rehearsal of the Angelica tour. That took place at the Orpheum Theater in San Francisco, and our Hamilton was Michael Luboye. So this was very special because this was the very first time that Hamilton had ever opened up a final dress rehearsal to an audience, period. So the company basically offered tickets to everyone who was currently working with the company. And we had picked up part-time gigs, and because of that, we scored
we got
tickets.
to see it. We were in the room where it happened.
Yeah, for the final dress rehearsal for the Angelica tour. So that was amazing.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
So now number four.
Number four. So this actually is the first time that we split up and took people to the show. So Jen went in June of 2017.
I did. I took my husband and my sister and her husband, and it was my first time being able to share this passion with my family. My husband, who's not at all into theater, absolutely loved it. He was mesmerized by it. It was so special to be able to be there sharing that with them. And this time you took your husband.
That's right, yeah. So I took Rob, and this was the first time he had ever seen Hamilton. He's obviously knew my love for it and my passion for it, and he really enjoyed it. And for me, watching people watch theater brings me so much joy. Like, honestly, it really does. And I really, really had a great time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was our number
four.
Our number four, yeah.
Five.
Number five, this was another split for us. We took people to the show. Jen attended in July of 2017 at the Orpheum Theater in San Francisco.
And I took my husband again, and this time my mom and dad, and our Hamilton was Ryan Vasquez.
That's right.
And what's super exciting about Ryan Vasquez is he was performing for the first time against his real life girlfriend, Soleil, who plays Eliza. So it was so fun to see their energy together, to see them as a couple on stage in real life, but as well as on stage.
Didn't you meet them at the stage door?
We did. We actually stage doored with my mom and my dad, and they were so thankful to hear that their chemistry transpired from the stage. They were so excited to be able to see that, to know that. So that was pretty cool.
My number five was with my oldest daughter, Madeline, and so she knows of Hamilton and has heard, the cast album and everything.
And she was 8 years old?
She was 8 years old, at the time, and so we sat in the front row. Again, in obstructed view seats, but honestly, it was worth it. She got that really up close experience, and I'd do it again. And watching her fall in love with the show that way was really special. And she now is obsessed with the show. And
Mom of the Year.
Yeah, she gets to, like, all the friends at school that are also obsessed with the show. She gets to say that she saw it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Number six, we're back together again.
Yes, we are.
This was in August of 2017. Jen and I headed back to the Orpheum Theater in San Francisco, and our Hamilton was Michael Luboye. So this was a surprise for Jenny. This was the close of the Angelica tour in San Francisco. And so we just couldn't say goodbye without seeing it one last time. So after both Jen and I worked the matinee that day, I surprised her with tickets to the evening show.
That was so special.
Yeah, that really was. I mean, just to sort of close that, that stop in the tour.
We worked there for like 6 months, so it was
and of course we weren't heading off with the tour anywhere, and so it was just a nice way to sort of say goodbye to number 7, which was again in August of 2017. Jen and I headed to the Pantages Theater in Los Angeles, and our Hamilton was Michael Luboye. So this trip was a last minute trip, absolutely, right? I mean, to see the Angelica tour. Yeah. So after we had said goodbye at one of their final performances in San Francisco, we decided to drive down and see them opening.
Well, we missed our friends that we've been working with
Yeah.
for 6 months, and it was just an opportunity to
sort of see
hang
them
out with
off.
them and see them
Yeah,
off.
so we saw them opening week.
Yeah.
And our Hamilton again was Michael Luoye. And
Number
that
eight.
one was
Number 8.
Number 8 took place in December of 2017. Took us back to the Pantages in Los Angeles. And again, our Hamilton was Michael Luoye.
Yeah. So this one was for Sarah's birthday.
Yeah.
She was going to be down in LA already.
That's right, with the family.
And so I told her, I'll meet you down in LA and we'll go see Spamilton. And so we did go see Spamilton for her birthday, but then what she didn't know is that the next day we were going to see Hamilton.
Yeah. She surprised me in the CVS parking lot in LA.
Well, I did, because you were trying to book us other tickets to go see something different, so I had to come clean. So yeah, so we did go. We went and saw Hamilton.
Yeah,
again.
so that was number 8.
Number 8. That was number 8.
So number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9 took place in January of 2018. Jen and I headed back to the Richard Rodgers in New York City, and our Hamilton was Michael Luoye.
And that was a huge surprise because he had transferred to Broadway like we knew he should have.
Yeah.
He would have. He was that good.
Phenomenal.
So we were super excited to know that we were getting to see him.
Not
as
only
well as,
Michael, but we
Bay
saw
Area.
Bay Area boy James Monroe Iglehart. Yeah, and he was Lafayette Jefferson.
Yes, and so that was spectacular to get to see the two of them together during their battles. Were amazing.
Yeah, and that specific trip, so that was our Golden Broads of the Bay trip, right? Yeah, so
Right,
that was our third
right.
annual one. And we actually did not have these tickets pre-booked.
No, we promised each other we weren't going to.
Because we flew in on Thursday and we didn't fly in together. Jen was traveling for business, and so we met. So we met in the cab, and Jen had been tracking these 2 seats on StubHub. And
I'm looking, I
what
saw
happened?
the tickets had dropped again, and now they're below face value
Below
price.
cost, yeah.
Below cost. So I had my finger over it. I'm like, Sarah, should we get them? Should we get them? And guess what she did? Of course. Yeah. So we bought them. So an hour and a half later, we're sitting
in the room where it happens again. Yeah, for nothing.
I mean, did you think we'd come to New York without seeing it? I mean,
You already knew.
You knew. We knew too.
Yeah. So I have only seen it 9 times, but Jen has seen it 10 times.
I have.
And so the last time Jen saw it was in June of 2018. This is with her husband Andy again. So Andy is a repeat attender
is a
himself. He
repeat
can do his own
attender.
video.
Number 3.
But that took you guys to the CIBC Theater in Chicago. And your Hamilton was Michael Cervantes.
Miguel Cervantes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miguel Cervantes.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Miguel Cervantes, and he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was hella dope.
Yeah,
Loved
hella
him.
dope.
My husband said hands down best cast. My husband adored it.
Yeah, and he's seen it 3 times.
3
so
times.
Andy
So
would know.
yeah, so he would know. Yeah. So we went to go see our Oakland A's play baseball, and happened to find out that Hamilton was there. My husband happened to find out, and so he suggested we go for our anniversary. So we did, and that was number 10.
Yeah.
So which now leads us to what's happening next.
Yeah, so for my number 10 and for Jen's number 11, we already have that booked. So as SHN members, we were given the opportunity to purchase tickets well in advance of the general public, another perk of being a member. And so we're seeing it opening night.
Opening night, yes, at the Orphan Theater.
So if you guys don't already know, the Peggy Tour, which is in Puerto Rico, rehearsing right now with Lin-Manuel Miranda as Hamilton. Once that run is over, they're coming up to San Francisco, and they are going to be doing the run at the Orpheum, minus Lynn.
Right. It's called the And Peggy Tour.
And Peggy Tour.
And that's what's coming to San Francisco.
And that's what we have tickets for
Yeah.
opening night. So that, it's pretty exciting. Number 10, number 11.
Yes.
So take it from us. See the show if you haven't seen it. If you see tickets for Obstructed View, get them. Be in the room where it happens. The show is something else. Yeah.
So, okay, so you stuck it out long enough
Yeah.
with us. You waited all the way through
right.
our 10 times. And so we do want to deliver on our promise.
Yeah.
Not only do we have some rare unseen footage that we collected from Broadway Con from 2016's first ever Broadway Con of the original Broadway cast of Hamilton. You're going to see that right now. But before that, we have our very first giveaway. So, of course, because Hamilton's one of our favorite shows, we have some Hamilton merch that we're giving away. So
yeah, these are the souvenir programs from the original Broadway cast and the Angelica tour. So if you're interested in entering for our giveaway, the first thing you need to do is subscribe to our channel. And then the next thing you need to do is head over to our Instagram account for details on how to enter for the giveaway.
That's correct.
Yeah,
exactly.
So thank you so much for sticking with us. Let us know. Comment below if have you seen Hamilton? Are you Hamiltrash, as they call it? Have you been a fan since back at the Public Theater? Back to 2016 on Broadway.
Or did you just join yesterday?
Yeah. Or did you just hear? What did you just hear about Hamilton? We'd love to hear from you. The show is very special to us. As you can tell, we're repeat attenders. So thanks for watching.
Thanks, and enjoy the footage.
Be sure to comment below, give us a like, and subscribe.
All right.
Curtain.
To the college just to watch him talk. Take from style